Alhamdulillah. Hello, my happy friends. I hope you are always cheerful and successful in your activities. Welcome back with me, Firman Hussein from Indonesian, on this awesome channel. Please support and subscribe to my channel so that it can grow and continue to bring goodness. The story of Salman Al Farisi, a journey of faith and determination. Salman Al Farisi's life is a remarkable tale of faith, sacrifice, and relentless pursuit of the truth. Born in Persia, modern-day Iran, his journey took him across lands and cultures, ultimately leading him to Islam and a prominent place in early Islamic history. Here's the story of Salman Al Farisi from the beginning to the end. Early life in Persia. Salman Al Farisi, originally named Ruzbeh, was born in the village of Jay, near Isfahan in Persia. He belonged to a wealthy family and was raised in the Zoroastrian faith, the dominant religion of Persia at the time. His father was a devout Zoroastrian and appointed Salman as the guardian of their fire temple, a sacred position in their religion. However, from a young age, Salman was curious and deeply contemplative. Though his father trained him strictly in the Zoroastrian faith, Salman became dissatisfied. His inner thirst for a greater truth led him to question his religion. Meeting Christianity. One day, while tending to his father's land, Salman came across a group of Christians. He observed their prayers and religious practices, which fascinated him. Their devotion and the simplicity of their faith left a deep impression on him. Salman knew he had to learn more, and he began to secretly meet with the Christian priests. Eventually, Salman expressed his desire to leave Zoroastrianism and embrace Christianity. His father, learning of this, became furious and imprisoned him in his home, trying to prevent him from leaving his ancestral faith. But Salman's determination was unshakable. He managed to escape his confinement and fled to Syria, where he joined a Christian monastery. The search for the truth. Salman spent years in Syria under the tutelage of a pious Christian bishop. However, the bishop, before his death, advised Salman to travel to another Christian scholar who lived in Mosul, in modern Iraq. Salman followed this advice and continued his search for the purest form of faith. Each time his mentor passed away, he was directed to another righteous person, traveling from Mosul to Nuzibin and then to Amuria, in the Byzantine Empire. In Amuria, Salman met an elderly Christian scholar who became his mentor. Before this mentor's death, he gave Salman a piece of advice that would change his life forever. The scholar told Salman about the coming of a new prophet, the last in the line of prophets, who would emerge from the land of the Arabs. This prophet would preach the faith of Abraham, monotheism, and would have 3 specific signs. He would not accept charity but would accept gifts, and he would have a seal of prophethood between his shoulders. The journey to Arabia. With this new knowledge, Salman set off for Arabia. He joined a caravan of Arab traders, but during the journey they betrayed him, sold him into slavery, and he ended up in Yathrib, later known as Medina. Though enslaved, Salman did not lose hope. He kept searching for the signs of the prophet that his last Christian mentor had told him about. Meeting the Prophet Muhammad, Pbuh. In Medina, Salman heard about the emergence of a prophet named Muhammad, who preached monotheism and claimed to be the final prophet. Eager to find out if this was the man he had been searching for, Salman managed to meet him. First, Salman tested Prophet Muhammad, Pbuh, by offering him some dates as charity. The prophet refused to eat from it, confirming the first sign. Then Salman brought dates again, this time as a gift, and the prophet accepted it, confirming the second sign. Finally, Salman observed the prophet closely, looking for the third sign. One day, while walking behind him, Salman saw the seal of prophethood between the prophet's shoulders, a small, raised piece of flesh resembling a mole. With this, Salman knew that his search had come to an end. Overcome with emotion, he immediately accepted Islam and became one of the prophet's close companions. Salman's contribution to the Muslim community. Despite being a slave, Salman's status in the Muslim community was not diminished. The Prophet Muhammad helped Salman gain his freedom by encouraging his owner to accept a reasonable price for his release, which Salman paid off with the help of the Muslim community. Salman's wisdom and knowledge were highly regarded by the Prophet. One of the most significant moments in his life came during the Battle of the Trench, 627 CE. The Quraysh, along with several Arab tribes, were preparing to attack Medina. Salman, who had knowledge of Persian military tactics, suggested digging a trench around the city to protect it from the invaders, a strategy that was unfamiliar to the Arabs but commonly used in Persia. The Prophet accepted Salman's advice, and the trench played a crucial role in defending Medina and preventing the enemy forces from breaching the city. Because of this, Salman earned the respect and admiration of both the Prophet and the Muslim community. The Prophet even declared that Salman was part of his family, saying, "Salman is from us, the people of the household Ahlul Bayt." Later life and legacy. After the death of Prophet Muhammad, Salman continued to serve the Muslim community. He lived a simple and pious life, embodying humility and service. Under the caliphate of Umar ibn al-Khattab, Salman was appointed the governor of Al-Madain, an area near Baghdad. Despite his position of power, Salman lived as a humble servant of the people. He wore modest clothing, lived in a simple house, and often rejected the luxurious lifestyle that came with his rank. Salman Al Farisi passed away at an old age, leaving behind a legacy of faith, wisdom, and sacrifice. His life story is a testament to the power of relentless pursuit of truth and the reward of unwavering faith. Conclusion. Salman Al Farisi's life journey took him from the wealth and comfort of a Persian noble family to the ranks of the earliest companions of Prophet Muhammad. His dedication to finding the true path led him through different lands and faiths, culminating in his acceptance of Islam. He is remembered not only for his wisdom, but also for his selflessness and unwavering commitment to the Muslim community. His story continues to inspire those who seek the truth, reminding us of the power of faith, perseverance, and humility. On this occasion, I will share the story of one of the companions of the Prophet, Salman Al Farisi. Let's listen to his story. Here it is. My inspiring and happy friends. How does the story continue? Let's follow along with the next part of the story. My inspiring and happy friends. How does the story continue? Let's follow along with the next part of the story. Salman Al Farisi's story, though seemingly included, extended far beyond his physical death. His legacy lives on in various aspects of Islamic tradition, history, and the values he represented. Below is a continuation of the influence and lessons that can be derived from his life. Salman's influence on the spread of knowledge. Throughout his life, Salman Al Farisi exemplified the importance of knowledge, inquiry, and openness to different ideas. His journey across different lands and religions before accepting Islam is a reflection of his relentless pursuit of the truth. His experiences in Persia, Syria, Iraq, and Arabia gave him a broad understanding of various cultures and traditions, which he later shared with the Muslim community. Salman was not only respected for his wisdom, but also for his ability to connect with people from diverse backgrounds. As a Persian, he showed how Islam transcends ethnic and cultural boundaries. His acceptance by the Prophet and the Muslim community is a testament to Islam's universal message of equality. This inclusiveness encouraged people from various regions, such as Persia and Byzantium, to embrace Islam and contribute to the early Islamic civilization's development in fields like science, mathematics, medicine, and philosophy. His role in governance. As the governor of Al-Madain during the caliphate of Umar ibn al-Khattab, Salman's leadership style was marked by humility and justice. Despite his high position, he chose to live modestly, often refusing the luxurious lifestyle typically associated with his role. He used to weave baskets and mats to earn his livelihood, demonstrating the Islamic principle that a leader should serve his people, not exploit them. His governance was a practical example of what Islamic leadership should be: fair, just, and grounded in the values of humility and piety. Salman was deeply committed to the well-being of the people under his care, earning their respect and admiration. His tenure as a governor is often highlighted as a model of Islamic governance based on justice and service to humanity. Spirituality and wisdom. Salman's journey reflects a deep spiritual search that resonates with those on a quest for truth. His life illustrates the importance of never settling for what is comfortable or familiar when seeking divine guidance. He did not hesitate to leave behind his wealth, his family, or his status in Persian society in his pursuit of a higher truth. This willingness to sacrifice everything for the sake of finding and living by the truth is a core Islamic principle. Salman is also remembered for his profound spiritual wisdom. One of his famous sayings is, "I fear two things, the length of hope and the following of desires. As for the length of hope, it makes you forget the hereafter. And as for the following of desires, it prevents you from the truth." This statement captures his understanding of the human condition and the need for constant self-reflection and discipline in spiritual matters. Lessons for today. Salman Al Farisi's life continues to offer timeless lessons for people today. His unwavering quest for the truth reminds us of the importance of searching for knowledge and guidance, no matter how difficult the journey may be. In a world where people often cling to inherited traditions without questioning them, Salman's story encourages critical thinking and an open mind toward finding what is true and right. His dedication to serving others also serves as a model for leadership. In a time when power is often equated with personal gain and privilege, Salman's humble and selfless leadership shows that true power lies in service to the community. His leadership as governor teaches us that ethical governance, rooted in justice and compassion, is essential for building a strong and cohesive society. Salman's spiritual insights also offer a reminder about the fleeting nature of life. His warning against the length of hope speaks to the danger of delaying spiritual responsibilities or becoming distracted by worldly pursuits. It is a call to focus on what truly matters, preparing for the hereafter by living a righteous and God-conscious life. Conclusion. The enduring legacy of Salman Al Farisi. Salman Al Farisi's journey, which began in the heart of the Persian Empire and ended in the service of Islam, is a timeless story of faith, perseverance, and the human quest for the ultimate truth. His willingness to leave behind his privileged life, endure hardship, and search relentlessly for the truth until he found it in Islam makes his story one of the most inspirational in Islamic history. His life also stands as a reminder of the universal message of Islam, that it is a religion for all people, regardless of their background, ethnicity, or social status. Salman's role in the early Muslim community as a respected advisor, leader, and spiritual guide highlights the importance of diversity and the idea that every individual has something valuable to contribute to the larger cause of humanity. Today, Muslims around the world continue to look to Salman Al Farisi's life as an example of what it means to live a life of purpose, guided by faith, knowledge, and a commitment to justice. His legacy is a lasting testament to the transformative power of faith and the importance of staying true to one's principles, no matter the challenges or sacrifices involved. Hikmah dan tauladan and dari Kisah Salman Al Farisi. 1. Kehidupan dalam mengenai kebenaran. Salman mengajarkan pentingnya mencari kebenaran, meskipun harus meninggalkan kenyamanan hidup dan menghadapi banyak rintangan. Ia tidak puas dengan warisan keyakinannya, tapi terus mencari hingga menemukan Islam. 2. Pengorbanan dan keikhlasan. Salman rela meninggalkan keluarga, kekayaan, dan statusnya demi mencari petunjuk yang benar. Ini mengajarkan bahwa kebenaran dan keimanan harus diutamakan di atas segalanya. 3. Kepemimpinan yang rendah hati. Saat menjadi gubernur, Salman tetap hidup sederhana dan berfokus pada kesejahteraan rakyat. Ini menunjukkan tauladan kepemimpinan yang mengutamakan pelayanan, bukan kekuasaan. 4. Persatuan dan kesejahteraan. Salman, seorang Persia, diterima di kalangan Muslim Arab tanpa diskriminasi. Ini menegaskan bahwa Islam menghargai persatuan dan kesejahteraan tanpa memandang asal-usul atau bangsa. 5. Kebijaksanaan dan ketekunan dalam iman. Ketekunan Salman dalam memperjuangkan kebenaran menunjukkan bahwa iman yang kuat memerlukan usaha dan kebijaksanaan, serta kesabaran dalam menghadapi ujian. Kisah Salman menginspirasi untuk terus berjuang dalam mencari kebenaran, mengamalkan kepemimpinan yang adil, Serta hitap dengan keseter hanan dan kasishan pada prinsipagama. My inspiring and happy friends, that's the story I've shared. I hope it is beneficial, inspiring, and enriching for our lives, helping us to improve and live with better quality. Thank you for your attention and support for my channel. I will end with the words, Wassalamu alaikum.